Partying like there's no COVID-19, pictures are emerging of groups illegally gathering behind closed doors in Golden Mile complex.
Imagine being in a Hollywood film. One Singaporean musician tells Newsnight about being part of the soundtrack.
I never imagined that I would ever get this opportunity to record for a Hollywood film. And much less, like being able to do it remotely from Singapore.
And Tom Cruise gives his Mission Impossible 7 crew a big telling off for not following COVID-19 safety protocols. This is the Straits Times Newsnight. I'm Chow Suen.
I'm Dylan Ang. Great to have you with us this Wednesday evening. Now, most people in Singapore have been disciplined in the fight against COVID-19, but behind shuttered shop fronts in Golden Mile complex, illegal gatherings of large groups partying have allegedly been going on since June. Shin Min Daily News have reported on a party where about 30 people crammed into a small bar, which reportedly did not implement safe entry or temperature taking and allowed customers to mingle freely without masks. President of the Singapore Nightlife Business Association, Joseph Ong, told a new paper that it would be a waste if this small group of operators destroyed the hard work done by the 2,000 nightlife outlets to get to Phase 3 and urged operators to not put the community at risk.
Lower and middle income workers affected by the COVID-19 pandemic will get more help under a new grant. Those eligible can apply for the grant from January 18th through to the end of 2021. The COVID-19 recovery grant by the Ministry of Social and Family Development is for those who continue to suffer significant job losses and income losses despite the government's earlier measures to help them. Meanwhile, drivers of taxis and private hire cars will get higher payouts from next year under another new relief scheme. The COVID-19 Driver Relief Fund will see eligible drivers get $600 per vehicle every month between January and March 2021. This will be reduced to $450 a month between April and June.
Let's take a look at the COVID-19 situation in Singapore. Now, 12 new cases were confirmed today, all imported, and have been placed on stay-home notice upon their arrival here. As Singapore prepares to roll out the COVID-19 vaccine, many are asking, what exactly is the Pfizer vaccine? Who will get it and is it safe? Straits Times senior health correspondent Salma Khalid and her expert panel will delve into the A to Z of the COVID-19 vaccine. And you're welcome to join them tomorrow afternoon at 12:30 p.m. on ST's Facebook, YouTube and Twitter channels.
Despite the challenges posed by the ongoing pandemic, one company has zoomed its way onto the world map and into Singapore. Zoom Video Communications is opening a research and development centre in Singapore, where it plans to hire hundreds of key engineering staff. Zoom announced it will also double the capacity of its data centre here.
Now moving on, a 64-year-old man has been sentenced to 18 weeks jail and fined $2,000 for manufacturing air guns and shooting at HDB flats. Starting in 2017, Lee Keng-hee manufactured several metal air guns capable of launching 6mm steel ball bearings. From his flat, he targeted the neighbouring blocks and even broke the windows of some units. In all, Lee shot more than 200 ball bearings using his air guns.
A decision is due later tonight on whether hawker culture in Singapore will be added to UNESCO's Intangible Heritage List. The committee in charge of the final verdict is meeting as we speak, keeping us on tenterhooks. If successful, Singapore's hawker culture would join more than 460 items already on the Intangible Heritage List, and it will be Singapore's first appearance on that list. The National Heritage Board said that the challenge was to find something that spoke to Singaporeans and that was close to our hearts. Well, I'd say that as a nation that loves its food, hawker culture is definitely something that defines who we are.
Let's take a look at what's been trending on social media and sparking conversations today. Hangers, mannequins and even some armchairs, the last remnants of Robinsons, were up for sale earlier today. Robinsons Heron offered a discount of up to 99% off on its remaining stock and fixtures on its last day today before the iconic 162-year-old department store shut the doors to its flagship store at 2 p.m. Robinsons' remaining outlet at Raffles City continues to trade and no date for its closure has been set yet.
You might have heard of Michael Bay's pandemic thriller Songbird, set 4 years into the future when COVID-23, a mutated version of the virus, continues to ravage the world. Singaporean musicians Jonathan Liao and Callista Liao, who play the Roan and Erhu respectively, are among the 25 international musicians who worked to create a pandemic soundscape featured in the movie. 20-year-old Callista told Newsnight she never expected Hollywood to come a-knocking.
I think it was a really good experience. So I never imagined that I would ever get this opportunity to record for a Hollywood film. So, and much less, like being able to do it remotely from Singapore. Because during circuit breaker in Singapore, every musician was coming together to create online collaborations and things like that. So I thought it was just another global ensemble collaboration. Only until I went onto the Skype meeting with the production company and the composer Buff himself, and then I realized it was for a movie, and it was a Michael Bay movie. So I was like, oh my god, so this is actually really, really big, and I was very, very excited.
How awesome is that? I wish I had even half her talent.
You know what? I actually took a Gucheng class once, and take it from me, Chinese instruments, not easy. Speaking of Hollywood, the crew of Mission Impossible 7 got an expletive-laden earful from Tom Cruise after he spotted them breaking COVID-19 guidelines. Cruise has been strict about enforcing the rules on the film set in Britain and scolded the crew for taking advantage of the safe environment that the team there had helped create. The film was recently hit with delays in October when 12 people on set in Italy tested positive for COVID-19.
Over in sports, Milwaukee Bucks superstar Giannis Antetokounmpo has signed a deal reportedly worth a record $228.2 million, the biggest in NBA history. The 5-year extension deal and speculation about the 26-year-old's future after news that he would have been a free agent next year. Taking to Twitter, the two-time NBA MVP called Milwaukee his home and his city. The show goes on, let's get it. According to ESPN, Antetokounmpo will now pocket the highest average annual salary in the league, a cool $45.6 million a year, ahead of LeBron James's $44.5 million. Good on you, Giannis.
And the Christmas season is well and truly upon us. If you're looking for some festive fun, why not check out the Universal Studios Singapore's A Universal Christmas. The theme park's Christmas special will run till January 3rd with special costumes, performances and meet and greets. From DreamWorks Animation's Trolls to the Minions, Despicable Me and Sesame Street, many of your favourite characters will be all decked up in their holiday best to spread joy and cheer.
Laugh all you want, but I love Despicable Me. The characters are so cute.
Never had you pegged as an animated film kind of guy, but I must admit that Sesame Street has a special place in my heart. And that wraps up the Straits Times Newsnight. Do visit straitstimes.com to see more news and videos.
You can also subscribe to our YouTube channel by hitting the button below. Have a great evening. We'll see you tomorrow.